Hey everybody, what's going on? Hey. We're doing a Q&A today because we don't have Tyler, but we do. We traded Tyler for Marshall and also Angela, who just walked in. If you may have noticed, we are in a new location. That is because I moved, and we brought the stream over, and you can see my kitchen. So we're gonna have the green screens up at some point. We just haven't done it yet because we're kind of in the middle of moving everything. And we haven't really ready to set up for the stream today. But you get kind of weird, janky stream while we're gonna do Q&A. So I'll be moderating. Marshall, if you're in the chat, I will kick you in the ear.
Well, he doesn't know.
That's true. I sent it to the chat. Don't be in the chat. Get out of there. No chat allowed.
I was confused. Isn't this Q&A?
It is Q&A, but I'm going to moderate it.
Posting.
That's what I'm going to do.
Like,
so if you send in questions, I'll make sure to read them, and we will answer them the best we can.
Between all of us, how are you today?
Yeah, we're just going to ignore them. We're just going to talk.
A fair assumption.
Yeah. I was like,
it'll be this weird form, like 6 people podcast. I mean, that's what the stream is, I guess. Yeah, I'll be moderating the questions and all that kind of stuff. Unfortunately, we don't have Tyler, but who even likes that guy anyways? So
it's also really weird doing this and not knowing what we look like.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean? Like that's what's really weird is like I don't know.
You're over there.
Yeah.
You look like that.
Right there.
No, she's over there now.
Do you want to see?
Whoa.
Yeah, that'd be amazing.
You look like that.
Actually.
Look, you can see yourself if you want to see what you're looking like over here. So
You need to look
Yeah.
Do we have the other chairs?
Yeah, they're in the game closet.
So if you guys want to put in questions, I will go through them and try to answer them.
So I'm gonna get you a chair.
Sorry, I have the first question.
What's your first question right now?
Are we gonna stop and get food and Red Bulls before we play after this?
Yeah. Probably yes. I have stuff like that. So, after this we are playing like a home game because we don't have people in town and we don't want to play on the stream. So, huh? Oh, you aren't. These other guys are. Sorry. No, we want you here.
All right, I'm gonna head out.
Oh man.
Play Fenris.
Here's a pretty good starting off question. We're just gonna jump into. Just for you guys to know, in case you don't know, I'm Jacob. Hi. I've got Colton with me here. Angela, which is how Marshall says it. It's Angela, but Angela is Angela. Marshall, welcome back from the dead.
Hello.
Spencer and Gracie. Grace. It's Grace.
I know that this is a normal Arcane
I don't like doing it.
but we have some very special people,
We do have some very special people in the club right now.
including Cal the God.
One of them. Don't try to memorize them. I'll figure it out. Hang on. We have some patrons we need to shout out before we get started into this thing. But there was a pretty good question I'll get into right now while I'm loading all of this. It was from Cheebus McGeebus. Is Mario Sack Arcane Arcade's official sponsor? No. He probably says he is. But I mean
he
puts enough
time and money into it. He definitely could be.
He's
not
an
Is he our mascot? Is he our mascot?
Okay, Mario Sack can be the Arcane Arcade mascot.
Okay.
How do you feel about that one, buddy? I don't think he's here, but how do you feel about that one?
I'll add him on
Arcane
Twitter.
Arcade gets a mascot before XP to level 3 does.
Jake
It does have a mascot. It's the Pillsbury Doughboy,
Yeah.
That's right.
which is me.
Arcane Arcade gets a
How's everybody
mascot
doing
before
today?
Greensmith does.
How's your days been?
Good.
I had Christmas today.
That's freaking awesome.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Did you get some
That's pretty
cool
cool.
stuff?
I got like shoe wrap.
Oh.
I was like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Or if you want it, it's a nice gift.
Yeah.
If you don't want it, you're like,
This
yeah.
year Christmas was like hangers. Like,
Yeah.
I mean,
And you're like,
Can you give me stuff I don't want to spend money on?
yeah.
That's what it is. Yeah.
All right, big old shout out to our patrons on our $10 tier, which is Turobot, Mike Salmon, not Sam, Salmon, Mama Love and Papa Joy, Josh Travis, Generic Jackal, Arthur Souza, Joshua Jones, Mario Sack, Ostimo the Slow, and Cal the God. Thank you guys for all of your support. Really appreciate it. We're gonna be getting new chairs soon.
Yes.
At some point after we finished moving and all that kind of stuff.
soon TM.
Yeah, so I think this is a good class. This is a good question for everybody, and kind of a good way to break into this. But it says, Jacob, what is your favorite class? Bard and Warlock. But I want to ask everybody else what your favorite D&D class is. For me, it's Bard and Warlock. They're like I like them both. I like Bard maybe a little bit more. like that. But
So how
I
are we
don't know.
starting? We going like this? We going like
I don't know.
this?
Whoever wants to go. Yeah, Grace, what's your favorite
Bard.
class? Bard? Really?
Oh, wow.
Yes, dude. Yes. I'm so glad we have the same favorite class.
Why do you think I'm gonna play at the next game?
Oh yeah, you are.
I
That's
feel
right.
like I'm cheating.
The
if I
next
say
camp.
Bard now.
Is Bard your favorite as well?
Yeah.
Bard is such a likable class. That's what it
Well,
is.
so
Weird.
Least favorite?
You two hate Bard.
Except I'm Bard Rogue.
Okay.
Bard Rogue, not
Like
Rogue.
Bard Rogue, Bard Warlock, Bard Lock. That's a cool one. Angela, do you have a favorite class?
Give me a minute.
Okay, all right. Marshall?
Rogue.
Marshall, you keep raving up Ranger.
No, it's not my favorite. Ranger's definitely like awesome, but it's not my favorite.
This very pretty kid in the background.
Oh yeah.
Is it tough? I feel so cheap saying like 3, but I really do have like
3. It's like tied.
Yeah, I just like them a lot.
Okay.
They're so different to me. Warlock is like might be my favorite. Warlocks are freaking awesome.
So cool,
They're
right?
so cool.
They're crappy, but they're so cool.
Pretty dope.
Crap, they're awesome.
Their
They're
flavor is very
versatile.
fun.
Their flavor is fun. I don't think they're very
Twilight
powerful.
No, but that's what I'm saying. With a play, oh yeah,
Oh, yeah,
they're so
definitely.
versatile. Artificer, that's tough though because there's been so many changes.
Yeah.
But they've always been super fun.
Artificer.
Mm-hmm.
And then monks I just love monks.
Yeah,
Monks are really
definitely.
cool.
Yeah. I want to say like monk or druid, but
I also agree.
Monk or Druid?
yeah.
Druid is my least favorite.
Druid's just like fun. Like it's just like I can be an animal. What animal? Any animal.
That's really good too.
I have reasons for all my favorites, but Druid's just kind of, it's also the first character that I played, so it's a special spot.
Yeah.
And then it's Bard is just really, really fun because I feel like it has a lot of roleplay potential.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I can see that.
Wizard.
Is it Wizard now? It used to be Rogue. You
Used to be
changed.
rogue. I don't like rogues anymore.
She's had like 10
Wizard,
rogues.
Paladin. Really like
I
Paladin.
never expected that you would ever like Paladin. And it's like one of your
Paladin's a
favorite
lot of fun.
classes.
Yeah.
Holy
It's
shit!
surprising to hear you say that.
I have like 3 paladins. Yeah.
Vault Dweller 604, $20. Merry Christmas, guys. Over the course of 2 months, I've watched all of Sunder, Tesseract, Saltmarsh, and Strahd.
What?
Jacob, that is insane! Holy shit!
When do you sleep?
How do you have $20 to donate? Do you work?
If that's all you've been doing.
What if he does that at work? I don't
Yeah,
know.
a lot of people do that.
He
If he
says,
does that at work, then I'd be concerned when
Did
he
he say
works.
over, did he say over 2 months?
Yeah, that's a
that's
lot.
insane.
You know how we were worried about Mike Salmon's health?
They're,
Yeah.
they're
Worried
all
about
at
your
the
health,
same
dude.
time.
Vault
Like,
Dweller
it's a
604
bunch of
over here.
He's just like, ah.
Are you sick of my voice yet? That's my question for
We
you.
have 150 hours, no, 150 episodes worth of content,
Yeah.
and each episode is at least 3 to 5 hours, which
Yeah.
means that that's like over 700 hours.
He has a question though at the end of his donation here. Jacob, thoughts on writing a D&D book with your setting and any thoughts on playing a campaign in an ancient world? The campaign we play in an ancient world is Tesseract. Go watch it. And yeah, so I guess you did well watch it. It is, I mean, that's kind of it. I don't understand the last part, but writing a book on my campaign setting soon. That's all I'm gonna say. Soon, TM.
Soon, definitely TM on that.
Definitely. Working on it. Working on it. Logan's book's gonna come first, and his is really cool.
Yeah, he doesn't like to be held.
There's another question
You're
here.
going to like it. You're going
yeah.
to like it.
Alphonse is like, no,
You like okay.
don't touch me. Edward is like, yeah.
Get Moose and he'll cuddle you.
Yeah, Moose. Yeah, Moose and I
He's
have
just
done
like-
quite a bit.
I like this one because it's more of like a trivia question,
Oh, God.
Ooh.
and it's less of like a what is this?
14.
Where is it? I can't find it. One moment. I found it. It was in here. Oh, there it is. Viator Eagle asked, Jacob / all players. How about all players? Because I just know. Maybe I don't know. What is the Pantheon of Sunder? Just what's the Pantheon? This is just trivia. What is it?
What?
Who know? All the gods.
Pantheon?
All the gods.
All the gods?
Do you know all the gods?
I don't know all the gods.
Bane, Crane, Sunder, Egan. Oh crap! There's another one. There's Volmanex,
Yeah.
and then there's one other, Sylvanas, Thane, so to speak.
No.
Oakent.
Yeah, okay, there we
Yeah.
go.
It's Sylvanas.
Yeah.
Is the T one?
No, that's an extra.
Today, Junior.
There's one more.
What do you
Is
have?
there? Is there one more?
What do you have?
Bane, technically. The
Bane.
Unfound. Unfound? Yeah. Oakent, Sunder, Egan, Volmanex, Crane.
Pelor.
That's
No,
Sunder.
that's Sunder.
Sunder.
I think
Yeah.
I'm thinking about.
Sunder is Morton.
You
Pelor,
said gods, I was
you're
thinking
also
like
missing one.
It was like Darion.
Zariel.
All the devils, I remember them. Well, you got a lot, so holy fuck. There's also Gerhardt.
That's the
yeah,
one.
Yeah. You got almost all of them, so congrats. You get the nerd award. Good work. Good job.
It's
The person who
Stop.
asked the question is the one who always links the break and the start.
That's it. Yeah.
So I've played 2 characters in this game in Sunder, and neither of them I've cared about gods.
Yeah.
I made a character
ditto.
that's just like,
Yeah.
hey Jacob,
Characters didn't
he
care.
has a wild god
Oh,
patron,
okay.
so I'm just because he sent me a link and I'm just like, ooh,
Fair enough.
here I am with my fun fact trivias.
Benjamin Fisher Guitars asks, do you guys enjoy multi-classing?
Yes,
So much.
yes.
Why do you enjoy multi-classing?
I don't.
I don't mean to.
I don't.
Do you enjoy multi-classing?
I love multi-classing, but it's hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really hard. But I'm a player that like I like to make my characters where they're going to be hard to play. Like I enjoy making the game more difficult for myself. So
I've only ever multi-class Belix, and that's like the most fun character.
That unkillable combo right there.
Yeah, it's really good. But normally I like to just like if I choose a class, I chose it because I expect to play it.
Yeah.
Like from
Yeah.
level 1 to 20.
Very nice.
Multi-class is cool.
For me, it just depends on what happens in the roleplay. I don't go into it with any expectations, and if it just happens, it happens. Both of the 2 previous characters I played the longest, both multi-classed. So it just, but that's just what happened.
Yeah, there was a lot of
So-
reason.
I definitely think one of my primary like draws towards multi-classing is that it allows you to kind of elaborate on your characters a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
And at first you're like, oh, I'll make a rogue, and I kind of know what a rogue, I know what a rogue is, but do I know what a cleric rogue could be? Oh, what could I do with that?
Yeah, it's fun.
That'd be kind of fun,
Vault Dweller 604 sends $5 saying, by ancient world, I mean Bronze Age or earlier type setting.
Okay.
So-
that would be like Mesopotamia, Incan.
Oh, that'd be
type of thing.
fun.
Are we assuming like no magic,
It would possibly be
set in the
old magic, but it'd be
proper-
more of like there's no technology. It is.
That would be
bronze.
crazy. I've never played in that. It sounds fun though. That'd be cool. And he also says, this one's for you. This isn't for you. He says, also, I work at Target and don't sleep very much. Also, it might have been 3 months. Grace also works at Target, so.
Seasonal time. What is sleep?
You don't multi-class very much.
No. Very recently I started multi-classing.
I
I think I
think-
have 2 characters.
I talked about it in a recent video. I said multi-classing is for like players who have played everything and are bored and want to make something
Yeah,
new.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
It's
that's
like,
what I
I've
mean.
already
It's
played a
like-
ranger, so I'm going to make a rogue ranger. And it's like, okay,
Which
that's
is
like a new
just
idea.
a ranger,
Yeah.
or just a rogue.
But I also think it works if you're trying to create like a specific character. Like,
Yeah,
if
yeah,
you're
yeah.
modeling for somebody.
Yeah.
Like I wanted, you guys know, oh my gosh, what's his name? Tamarack. He's a character that I use
Oh,
in
yep.
a lot of our games.
Oh.
And Tamarack is a sorcerer, but he has like 1 level in fighter, just so that he can wield swords and be like kicking butt with the sword. But that's it. He just has that so he can have the proficiencies. Other than that, so I think it's cool to like
Yeah.
create something that. And I think I modeled him off of like, I don't remember who. I don't remember who I modeled him off.
Who?
I was thinking of Gandalf when I created Tamarack because I liked that Gandalf's like
Oh, yeah.
fights with a sword, and I was like, that's kind of like he's a wizard, but it was like
You
it's a cool combo of like he can have that sword and magic.
In a
at the
lot
same
of
time.
magic settings, like the main character either does both,
Yeah.
or it's one or the other. But it's always been really fun. That's my appeal to any magic. Is there's like sword,
Exactly.
sword.
Well, especially sorcerers, because you can build sorcerers to be really good at like close combat
Sword,
fighting with all their
sword.
like boosting and like their armor and stuff. You can make them pretty good at.
Well, and now there's blade singers, which is
Basically,
cool.
I'm
Oh,
just
yeah.
a big ass fucking fantasy nerd.
Chivas McGibus asks, again, you got some good questions. Will Sunder reach a finale and be done forever, or will it keep going on through new characters in the same world? I don't know. It is going to reach a finale, probably by the beginning of next month, or the end of next month.
Whoa,
Very
seriously?
soon.
We're that close?
We're close. We're almost there.
Yeah, but
There's like a good number of weeks, and
You'll
there's
see.
a couple of weeks we might have to take off. But-
Probably. What we have planned on the agenda right now, which I'll just announce, is Tyler has a campaign that we played a one-shot with, and I was like, this is super fun.
Really fun.
And I kind of want to take a break from DMing anyways on the stream, so I think he's going to come in and DM a game, and then maybe we'll return back to the world of Sunder and with new characters and all that kind of stuff.
So-
right now, I have no plans.
So as of right now, the plan is to keep the same people, but swap
Yeah.
you and Tyler's positions.
Yep.
and have
What
Tyler
has
run a
been
game
brought up
after Sunder.
is if we come back to Sunder, it'd be like 20, 30 years.
Yeah, it would be way in the
later.
future.
It wouldn't be.
Yeah, that's what we did this
Yeah,
time.
Well,
was
and
came-
it would be fun, you know. Like right now, we have stuff like we have like Veritas showing up. He's from our old
Yeah.
games. It would be really cool to go back to
Who's
Sunder and be
super
like
old now.
Class is there,
Yeah.
or Vincent's there.
Yeah,
It's
definitely.
like, oh hey, for those of you that watched, you know, the first round.
Cade Cook asks, why did my dad lock me up in the basement when I was little?
I
That's
don't
a
know
yikes.
why-
Because you ask dumb questions like that.
Good answer. Mike Salmon donates $10. I have arisen from sleep, and it's 9 p.m. Gotta love when people cut down trees right next to your window in the morning. How's the new house? It's amazing. I love it. Also,
very-
I feel your pain.
Yeah. Tyler, if you're watching this, I think you woke me up this morning. I was very mad. Not you, your dad. Tyler lives across the street. And it's great,
Yep.
but
Yeah, there's always
They're loud.
always some person every single day who's like, I'm gonna mow my lawn at 9 a.m. And it's like that's a decently early, late hour depending, but it's like when I'm trying to sleep, it's because I've been awake for a while.
Well, my neighbor does like woodwork at like 11:30 at night.
Oh my
oh
god.
yeah.
I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm trying to sleep.
They have a hard day at work and they just want to go, you know.
Dude, what is
Gotta
this
chop
all
some
about,
wood.
man?
Had a hard day at work and just need to get that.
Yeah, cut some wood.
Cal the God. Hey, Marshall is back. Question for him. What was in his room in Vincent's mansion? Because I need to design a Minecraft fox house for my pet fox named Neelix. He's building Vincent's mansion in Minecraft.
In his room, I don't know. He didn't.
If you didn't specify, I gave you like a bed, a dresser, and I don't know,
Maybe a lamp.
maybe a
Neelix
lamp.
wasn't too picky. He was like his home. It wasn't his home to him. He was just
Yeah.
a traveler, so he's just like, whatever's there is there. And we didn't spend a lot of time there where he would have decked it out.
Yeah.
But there, I would say throughout his room is probably like a bunch of empty glasses, as well as empty bottles.
Yep.
There's probably like a few arrows in the
Oh,
wall. from
Vulcan
getting
Monopoly.
drunk and shooting arrows at night.
Vulcan shoots
Fun.
and ladders.
Pictures and ladders.
Vulcan shooting ladders.
There's
yeah.
like Vulcan money kind of laying around,
it's
just
a-
like Monopoly
it's-
money.
It's a double bed, like a. Do you get what I mean by
Bunk
that? No, not a bunk bed, like a king size bed. So you have to put two beds next to each other because I gave you a bigger bed for
Yeah.
your wife.
Okay.
Everyone else had like a little bed except for you. You had like
I was like, did I have a bed?
you had like just like pillows and things if I
Oh,
remember
yeah.
correctly, and like a big just space for you to sleep
Yeah.
because Bellix likes to sleep in the woods.
This is a good question to go around and go to everybody. I'll start and we'll go around the table. Benjamin Fisher Guitars. Which do you prefer, DMing or playing? I definitely prefer DMing. Definitely.
Playing.
I do enjoy playing a lot. I'm a shitty player though.
That's
I'm
funny.
awful. Just go watch Tesseract and just be like, fuck, this guy sucks. But I much prefer DMing. It's just more fun.
I've always played, so I just even thinking.
Would you
about it
ever
gives me-
want to DM though?
Gives me great anxiety, and I go, But on the fact of Jacob playing, yeah, we used to play, and it was interesting.
It was bad. Not good.
I prefer playing. DMing is stressful and I sweat a lot and
And you're doing it to like what, 10-year-olds?
yeah, I have like 8 to 13 year olds.
Various ages.
Yeah, it's fun, but it's
Awesome. I think every DM can compare their group to a bunch of 10-year-olds.
yeah, but I'm actually playing with 10-year-olds.
Not at all. Oh my god.
10-year-olds are better.
All they had to say was
They're
please to open the door and they
hilarious.
couldn't do it. Marshall, do you prefer
So
playing or
creative.
DMing? Just for everybody to have some context, Marshall was really like kind of the person that got me especially into D&D. He had played it a lot before I did, and we were just like, "Bleh," and he like knew how to play the game. So when we first started playing, we were playing 3.5. Marshall was running it. So like, you know, everybody always has like, my DM from ages ago. That's Marshall. Marshall's my old DM. So
I think I like DMing more. But
Yeah?
it's a close second to say that I like playing. 'Cause
Yeah.
DMing's more fun.
It is fun, right?
It is, dude.
It's
so
super
cool.
fun.
It's so cool to write the story and then to see how the players change the story and
just
mold
like,
it. And
or just destroy it.
Or just destroy it and you're like, oh, we're gonna do that now. Okay.
Hey, here we go.
It's still my favorite story about when we played your game or my game and your character just fell in the well. And
Oh my
all
God.
That was so great.
God, so
It
bad.
was so great.
So bad.
My favorite thing that ever happened in your game is when Jacob told the Lich to like suck his dick, and then he was gonna cast like what is that?
Finger of
Death, whatever it is.
And then-
And Tim's character swapped with him, and he instantly died.
Yeah.
The time is like, oh.
And Jace was like, why did you die for that? That was so dumb. Angela, have you
ready to embrace death?
ever DM'd?
So one time, a couple of my friends kind of pressured me into running in
Peer
Strahd
pressure.
because they
Hey.
didn't really have a DM. But I was like not prepared to run it, and so I was like, I hadn't even read like all the shit, and it sucked, and I didn't like it.
Oh, okay.
And I haven't done it since then.
Dang.
So that's like,
You should try
So
like
playing's fun.
the like starter set you can get at like Target is really easy. That's what I run for my kids. And if you want like easy game to run, because Strahd is so complicated.
I feel like Strahd is a very
But also-
difficult first foray into DMing.
Don't
I
play
think
it if
it's
you plan to
it's
drink.
good. It's just
Yeah,
you
that's
know
it.
if you don't read it, you freak out and panic, and you're like, oh, I don't know.
I think the only reason why I did well when I ran that like one little game for your sister and everyone, it was I've played Strahd like 5
Yeah.
times, so
You
Yeah.
gotta like memorize.
yeah. There's so much in that game though. It's crazy.
Colton, do you prefer DMing or playing?
Probably playing. I don't know. It's something where I'm not great at shifting character very quickly.
Okay.
So when I get to pick one thing to kind of latch onto and develop that, it's a lot easier for me than being like, all right, I have about 20 NPCs today that I have to have fairly unique traits for, otherwise they all sound like cardboard boxes. So
Yep, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Mike Salmon actually asked a really good question. What sort of habits that you'd want to fix or change have you developed over the years of DMing or playing?
Ooh.
That's tough.
Habits?
Really tough. Like, so what sort of habits that you want to fix or change have you developed over the years of DMing or playing?
I
Way to
can
make
answer-
us think.
I can answer some quick one on that one. Like,
Go for it.
I know as a DM, and I'll say, like, I learned this from Jacob, and I had to practice it a lot, is just keeping a poker face. Like,
Yeah.
that's the hardest thing, because I get excited about the story, and
Yeah.
you guys do, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go there. And the guys are like, you're giving away so much. I'm like, oh, sorry, I gotta fix this. And it's just such a practice to, like, not get caught up. So I don't know if that's something I need to fix or change. It's something I'm currently working on, is to, like, maintain that poker face whenever we play. That's really hard.
My big thing as a DM is probably like retconning. That is the one thing I hate doing, and it's just kind of like, oh, I'm gonna do this, and then later I think about it, I'm like, oh, I really wish I didn't just allow that, and now I have to go back and change it. But players hate when you go back and change stuff, and you can't just do it all the time. Some players are cool about it, but some aren't, and it's like. That's why in the home game we've been playing, everybody's like, can I do this? Can I do this? And I'm like, I'm not gonna make a decision right now because I don't know if I'm gonna agree with it later.
over the years, like I've gotten to like know the game more and like understand the rules more. I've like developed my own opinions about like what I think like a good way to rule things are. And I like have with other DMs, hopefully not too much with like you guys, but like sometimes I feel like I'm being like a rules war, or I'm just like maybe like speaking up too much about like if the DM like is like questioning what the rule is, then I'm like, I have an opinion about it. And I'm like, I really just would rather like sit back and like
Just kind of let it
go
happen.
with it, yeah.
You're pretty good about that anyways, though, so.
Cool.
Yeah.
Mine's weird because I'm aware that I do it, and I'm already kind of in the process of changing it. But it used to be much worse, but I can very easily let a bad roll take me out of the game. Where it's like, well, something just happened to not go my way, and it didn't go my way all game, and so now I'm just frustrated. It's like I kick myself out of it fairly easy now,
Yeah.
but it can still creep up a little bit, like during the home game that we were playing a few days ago, when I literally didn't roll above a 10 the entire game. I was just like, I just hate life right now. Like this is just.
Play a bard.
I do, and I still roll pretty poorly. Yeah, I'd say it's probably like just rolling with the punches.
Makes sense.
And I definitely think I've improved a bit, at least from when we very first started. But
Makes sense.
I really like to be in control of what happens. And
Really now?
I'm very bad at giving other people control, and I'm working on it. I don't know why you guys decided to let me be the party leader.
And now in Sunder, it's like everybody's like, "What are we doing, Vincent?" And you're like,
Let me decide. And also,
It's gonna have a panic attack.
I like to completely like understand my why my character will do something, and then you have been controlling like Lander and Klaus, who are like characters I've created, and I'm just like, they just do it. That's what they do. It's fine. I wouldn't say that they would do that, but they're your characters now, and they're not mine.
yeah, it's also because I have a lot of reasons as to why they're doing it. Because I want to play them correctly. I don't want to just be like.
I played them when they were 20 years younger, and
Yeah.
Klaus I've never played, but
Yeah, see, that was the same thing for me in Ashkari / Keeper, but it's also your character.
yeah, the keeper is like
I'm just like, I don't want to touch
a
that.
different person.
Mine would probably be fucking remembering stuff better. I have really bad memory when it comes to like numbers, and I constantly forget stuff like that.
It's so funny because you have such a good memory for lore and like the gods. Like you can remember all of them, but then it's like, how does holy weapon work?
And it's, because it's embarrassing. I cannot remember it, and it's
okay.
really my ADHD. It doesn't let me remember numbers, and it's so fucking horrible.
Yeah.
That and just another habit of mine, I guess I want to keep, but also make sure it doesn't like change to the bad ways to make characters always unique and that I would enjoy playing.
Yeah.
And that's still something that I need to change the habit of always wanting to go after this type of character. It's like, well, maybe I should try something different, different class or different
Something
type.
else. That makes sense.
As a player, I have the same problem, and you know this. I forget everything. I'm
Yep.
just like, I forget the names of who we're fighting. I don't know what's going on. Bad.
But
Yeah,
if
you two are like opposite. Like
someone
you
begins
kind of
to-
forget the lore, and you're just like, oh, I know how my bow works.
yeah.
I don't know who we're talking to right
I don't
now.
know.
I know,
Like, he's
it's
attacked
like-
us 5 times.
Yeah,
Like,
I feel
don't
like
know
you're
this.
you're pretty good. Like if it'll just be like, what are we doing, Spencer? And he's like this, and you're like, oh yeah, I remember now.
Yeah. I just need a few little
Yeah, you need
flashcard
like a
moments.
little bit of like, remember when we were here and we fought him, and you're like, oh yeah, I know.
I just need a quick little
Yeah.
like recap. So sometimes when you're doing the recap, I'm like, everybody shut up.
What's going on?
Yeah.
That's why I write so much notes.
Yeah, you
Literally-
do.
Okay, that's what
And I
was
lost
gonna say.
track of my notes. I was doing that.
It's like the opposite of developing a habit. I never figure out how to take good notes when we're playing.
I can't take
Yeah.
notes. I can't do it when I'm playing. I will
I do it-
forget
I
what's
do it
going on when I'm
differently
taking the
for
note. I'm like,
characters.
Yeah.
huh? And I think I equate it to like I can't take notes in school either. So it's just like my brain is not wired for this.
My notes are partial in character, partial like what I need. So it's like it'll have like character thoughts here, and then right underneath it is just like fuck off, Gary on, because it's my fault.
Yeah.
And then it's just like, okay, we fought 12 of these things, and then I also need like a cheat sheet on every single page of like, here's my stupid dice that I need to roll, and I'm like, which dice is that? Because I'm 22 and I'm like, I don't know what dice I'm rolling, because my stupid brain goes.
Cal the God donated $10, and he put in all caps. I forgot to tell you in Discord, Colton, but Zephyr got killed when I was taking him on a walk. I'm sorry. That's because he named one of his dogs Zephyr in Minecraft.
Q&A, respond to that, man.
Minecraft. I know. I was like, whoa.
Oh, no.
He died as his dog.
His dog just died, dude.
His dog died.
Oh my gosh.
I can't. Jess Sun, $2 Australian, I think. Who is the prettiest lady, and why is it Runesmith? World may never know.
I definitely don't know.
I don't know.
I don't even
But
know.
who is a prettiest lady, and why is it Runesmith? There is a question up here that I really liked. I'm trying to find it. Here it is.
That's an interesting question I have to answer. And then, there we go. There's the twist.
So it was a little while ago. It's up here somewhere. I'm trying to find it.
Also, as
okay.
a player, I want to improve my dice rolling.
Yes.
That's something you really need to improve,
I
buddy.
need to like do a different finger roll or something because those 2s and 3s are way too
Hey,
often.
Marshall, for tonight's game, I'll give you the giant dice and see if that.
No.
The first time you rolled it in our game, you roll a 1, man. It'll be the opposite. I don't touch that curse thing.
AJ Bailey asked, it's directed at me, but I'm going to direct it at everybody. Do you draw inspiration from the real world when world building, and do you look for more fictional sources? And this applies to characters too, because you guys take this from characters. To answer it from me, I do both a lot. I'll go watch Lord of the Rings and be like, I want to put that in my game because it's cool. And then, but then there will be a city, and I want the political climate of that city to feel really realistic. So I'll equate it to like old Roman politics, and I'll bring that, and I'll go on a Wikipedia dive on how that all worked and put it into the world and all that kind of stuff. So I take it from both. When I want it to be realistic, I take it from the real world. When I want it to be fun, I'll take it from fiction.
Yep, sounds about right. Sounds about right.
I'd say I definitely lean towards fiction when it comes to characters. Yeah, and I feel like it's almost a bit of a necessity. Like adding a little bit of inspiration from an outside source to my newest character completely changed that character's prospect and how I felt about them. So yeah.
Was the question? Do we draw from real world sources
Inspiration or
Inspiration.
fictional?
Do you draw more inspiration from real world or fiction?
Oh, interesting. I don't think I've very little of the real world in my inspiration for characters.
Interesting.
Man, that's tough. I feel like it comes from everywhere. Like, as a DM, my inspiration comes from reading, from TV shows and movies, all that kind of stuff. Maybe it is more fiction than as a player. I don't know. As a player, I think as creating characters, it's fictional stuff, but real world in the sense that and this sounds totally like a brown-nosing situation or whatever, I don't know. But I'm very inspired by Stan Lee's design of creating heroes, because I love creating whatever my hero or my character is going to be in the game. I like him to be realistic in some way. He's got some kind of normal human trait. Neelix was a dad. As much as he's a hero and doing all these crazy adventures in magic, he also boils down to I'm also just a dad.
Yeah, I like that.
And that's
Turk was just a businessman. Yes, he has all these other 11 parts, but he's also just a businessman.
And that's at their core, which I think is very important. That makes them more relatable.
And that's what Stan Lee did with his Marvel. He wanted to change superheroes into relatable people and make them into what's their everyday problems. And I feel like that's what makes I personally feel like that's what makes heroes super awesome, is we make ordinary people and they become amazing heroes. And I think that's super
You need to play City of Mist sometime, because that's what you do in that game. Is you when you make characters, you literally make mundane parts of them, and then you make superhero parts of them. It's really fun.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah. How about you?
Oh yeah, I take things from everywhere.
From everywhere.
From everywhere.
Yep.
Most of my characters are inspired by something. I'll be like, that would be fun, and then I take it and I change it, and then I make it a person.
Yep.
I am very particular when it comes to how I design stuff. It's very step-by-step methodical almost, but character inspiration themselves will come from a lot more fantasy because we're in a fantasy setting, but personalities tend to be a lot more realistic because if I'm going to play them for periods of time, they can't just be static characters. So I'm looking in ways, I'll literally be looking at personality stuff for characters and trying to figure out how they'd work out.
That's cool.
So personality tends to be a lot more realistic.
I like that. Kate Cook, what's your opinion? What's your opinion on players that make super powerful multi-class characters, but they're able to still roleplay really well? So the character, I guess, optimizes to be super powerful, but then they end up roleplaying still really, really well.
Yeah, Colton. Yeah, Colton.
Yeah, cool, awesome.
You already know my answer to that. I'm not a big fan of creating the most powerful character you can.
Yeah.
But that's because I want the game to be a challenge. But that's how I like to play.
I like the idea of coming up with the character and who they are first, and then building them around that.
Exactly.
And I think it happens a lot where accidentally they suck, or accidentally they're overpowered. You're like, oops. I don't even
By
whoopsies.
the way, Twilight Cleric revived Rogue.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
ridiculous.
Powerful.
Don't do
Yeah.
it.
Completely by accident. I was just this would be a cool multi-class.
I think it has to do with the intent of how you make the character. If your intent is to make a powerful character, you go, well, just role play it out.
Because you often run into...
No.
Oh, sorry.
Oh no! Wait, keep going. You run into what?
You're fine. A lot of roleplay, when it comes to that, you run into it where it's, they're very, very powerful, but here's this roleplay aspect, they're a jerk, something like that. And, that's their weakness.
They can do 50 damage in a turn, but they don't like anyone.
Yeah, and that's really lame, because you can... Even if you roleplay really well, if you're doing better than everybody else at the table, you're still kind of winning at a game that you're not supposed to be winning at a cooperative thing.
Yeah.
So it's also just a feel of the table itself. If the rest of the table is all about that, everybody's kind of mini-maxed, optimized, and is also role-playing, that's fantastic. But if it's a lot of the characters aren't optimized, because we were both playing unoptimized for a while, but we were having a lot of fun role-playing, then I think that's more important. Our roles aren't as good, but we're enjoying the game.
Yeah, I think I read the question as like, if they're good at role-playing, like I imagine like they actually like, they have like a really fleshed out character and they're like taking into account like reasonable flaws and like that's, you know, I don't know, that's like really affecting the gameplay and like being good. Then I think that like some players, like people that I play with in San Diego, like a really fun part of the game for them is like being like logical about their character creation and like building a really powerful character. And they're like, this is great, I built somebody like really awesome, but like as long as like you also have the aspect, like all the important like being a good player things where it's like no, like this is also like really about role playing and like I'm not gonna get like bummed out just like if I miss like one hit because my character is supposed to be perfect or something like that, then I
think role playing is the most important thing.
Yeah.
As long as you're fun to like role play with,
yeah.
then that's cool.
Yeah.
I do think though if you like make that the most optimal powerful character, and like you said, if nobody else did and you're the only one, I think that can destroy the fun of the game because you get this massive combat and everyone's like 2 damage, 5 damage, and then your friend comes in and they're like, boom, he's dead, and then everyone's like,
You used to be.
well, that
That's the
wasn't really
thing.
much
That's
of
what
a
I'm
use
saying.
to
Yeah.
the party. Like I'm not really much of a use to this because this guy's one killing everything.
Yeah.
So
And
that
part
kind
of-
sucks.
part of being a good player is also like understanding like who you're playing with and
Yeah.
like what's
Yeah,
really
yeah.
fun.
I also feel like it's just really easy to accidentally make a super powerful character.
It is,
Like-
especially 5th edition.
Well, like look at Vincent now. Like Vincent is easily the most powerful like member of the Wanted Ones.
But-
Oh, I can kill him. Don't just wait.
He's trying to. He's focusing me now. You
Oh,
know?
I'm just gauging.
I have
I'm just,
8
I'm
level
just preparing.
spells. He's like, I gotta
I have a whole document of strategy.
kill a purple guy.
Just kidding. I really.
also, sorry, really quick.
Oh, go for it.
The problem to also creating a really powerful character and what you said with like they're supposed to be perfect, it's also really luck based. So you can make the intention of like having the best character ever, and other people be like that's a not fun character.
Your character could also have a like Tyler like Atlantica. Atlantica's bonus to hit is like 4 higher than Claus's, but she never hits.
But it's like,
Yeah.
But when she does, she's still a very
Yeah,
effective.
she does a
Well,
lot of
but that's
damage
what I
when
mean.
she
Like
hits.
it's very luck based, where it's like you might min-max and completely like what you were saying, flesh out your character, completely have them as strong as possible, but like it's still a dice roll.
And it's
Yeah.
what I was getting at when it also is kind of difficult to make a perfect character because good
they
luck.
just have to understand that.
Yeah, and it's you and then people take that personally because there's a lot of power gaming of a power fantasy going in when you're trying to make a very powerful character.
Yeah.
It tends to also be just like a psychological reason of why you're doing that. So people tend to take that personally when it doesn't go well because their power fantasy is slowly crumbling before their eyes.
Yeah.
That sounds like a really fun character idea, though. A character that thinks that they're perfect, but they actually kind of suck.
That's Jace.
That would be. Once again, it'd be hard to do numbers for it, but yeah.
Yeah. Chivas McGeevis, I love this question so much. If you gain the ability to time travel in Sunder, what events would you cause or change, and what would the effects be?
Did we
I wouldn't be allowed to.
Do not time travel in Sunder. The king will come kick your
Yes, you
ass.
can.
where this goes. All
Okay,
right.
for a moment,
to
you have the
fuck up.
ability to time travel and change something in the game.
Do I have the permission from the keeper?
Yes.
Okay.
No limits.
No limits.
But it's also the effects.
She's got permission.
What the?
Solomon does.
Solomon doesn't.
Look,
Wait.
time travel's dangerous.
Another question. As my
The
character?
keeper just specifically why.
It just says you.
Works.
So my character.
Sure. Let's do character. Let's do character.
Interesting.
Go back in time and change anything that I want?
Anything, but then there's the side effects of it. Like
Yeah,
what would be the bad parts of it?
You can't go. Never mind. That's dark.
I would go with the pathogen.
Ooh, dang! Go back and fight with Olivier and
both
Zephyr.
died with hydrogen. That's why they're not there.
Would
And
Class
Class
die? You would just want to be there.
You'd be there.
Depending on what level capabilities would be at.
Hey, slow fall. Has voice maybe.
Get 'em out.
Dang. That's cool. I like that.
Turk would never go Sunder.
You would have just turned the boat around.
He would appear in the path and like, don't go.
There's money potential, but don't do it.
I would want to change like when like Marshall and Tim's characters like left the party. Yeah.
Aww.
Yeah.
And like, I mean, not that the new characters aren't awesome, but like Bellix has lost a lot of people.
Yeah.
Lost a lot of friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know. That seems too much power.
Too much power?
right there.
Okay. Okay.
In character, he'd go back to kill himself.
Oh,
Yes. See, I said too dark, and then I just didn't say it.
Isn't that a movie? Isn't that a movie that's- is it Looper?
I'm
Is that
sure.
the
And
movie?
see, the problem is there's a big.
Bruce Willis is in it.
Looper has a
Yeah.
like that.
But that's like.
Terminator.
No.
Every time travel movie.
So a lot
that'd
of
be cool.
stuff got ruined. So but that's why I was like, oh, I feel bad for saying it, but he would.
Dang.
Yikes.
Do you have one, Marshall?
I mean, Neelix would just go back and probably like have his family escape sooner so they wouldn't get separated.
That makes sense.
And he would just be like, there's some crap's coming, we gotta go.
Yeah.
And he would just leave and find somewhere safe, and then he would avoid all
All of Sunder.
of
yeah.
the Sunder adventure he went on. Like,
Go back and warn Goldcrest.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
oh yeah.
Well, if they even want to listen to you.
That's true. Hey assholes, y'all gonna die.
So the nice
Don't
thing-
be on the train on this day.
So the nice thing about the Hydrogen thing is that I feel like it wouldn't change too much in the current like outline of things, because like they would still just be in like Regia. Like Klaus would still go out and adventure. It just they'd be alive.
Yep.
Are you
Potentially.
sure?
Potentially.
Jessen donates 2 more Australian dollars, I think,
Hey,
and
is that you?
says,
You don't need a-
"How do you say the new class that just came out in Eberron, the one that you're playing in our home game? How do you pronounce that class?"
Oh.
Not
Artificer?
wrong, it is Artificer.
I said
Correct.
Artificer.
Thank you. It's artificer.
Or Artificer.
I think when I
Artificer.
made it at home.
Shut up. That's how I said it for years, but
yeah,
shut
I
up.
know.
It's just easier to say Artificer.
Yeah.
It is,
Because
but it's
like-
artificer.
and it's like artifact and.
Okay, what about
Artifice
this? Is the
is-
big one. This is the one I'll actually judge you on and
Oh,
hate
God.
you if you say the wrong answer.
Asmodeus.
Thank you.
Asmodeus.
Fuck you. Fuck off.
What about
I'm so mad because the new adventure for Baldur's Gate, it has like a pronunciation guide and Asmodeus in there. It's like, we all get to know it. It says Asmodeus or Asmodeus. And I'm like, shut up.
Asmodeus.
Do you
Asmodeus
remember-
is dumb.
Remember
Yeah,
when
that's-
you were like, it's Tiefling, and everyone was like, it's no.
No, we don't say tiefling now. Turlbot asks, hey buddy, what's going on, dude? Love you. He's in my Patron game. He's really cool. How are your feelings on cursed magical items and their not so big drawbacks? I wish there were more drawbacks. Oh my god, it is my one thing I hate about 5th edition so much. I don't want to make a I hate 5e video, but if I did, the biggest thing would be that there's very little drawbacks. There's like no negatives for classes or for races, and the curses on magic items are not that bad. The ones that are really good are the ones that come in the pre-written adventures because they had to make them interesting. But all the ones in 5e are like, if you use this weapon, you can't attune to another weapon. Oh no! What'll I
With
do?
how we're changing how armor works and sleeping and stuff, there's some armors that are like, when you put this on, you can't take it off.
Yeah, it
It's
sucks.
like, that one kind of sucks.
Yeah, but I kind of I want more like that's like oh, that's inconvenient for when I need to go to sleep. But like the ones I really like are the ones like, you're plagued with nightmares and you see your mother dying every night. When you wake up, you have a -1 constitution and you have to find a way to unattune from this item, otherwise it will kill you. Like that's really fun. I like that. Or I love Black Razor. The idea that like, okay, you can have all
You have
this
to kill
power in this
something
sword,
every day.
but every day you have to feed it. Otherwise,
Or
he
it's
may
gonna
just
eat you.
he just eat you. Yeah, which I really really enjoy.
Ah,
We just thought
I
of this
hate
in
that item.
Avernus.
Cursed items are awesome.
Yeah.
They're so cool.
So much fun. And we talked about this before. It's what makes DMing, or at least good stories when you DM, is creating any situation
Yes.
where it's like gray. It's like they're super awesome, but then super bad,
Yeah,
and your
yeah,
players
yeah.
have to decide, and you just leave it up to you. Figure out what's gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's
Definitely.
super awesome, and it creates unique characters. It shapes your character, and they're like,
You could have more show.
I'll take this sword, but I'm dehydrated every day, and I have to
Yeah.
just keep chugging water to use this sword. That's awesome.
Yeah.
But
I got a cursed item in one of my games in San Diego, and it was like a really cool opportunity to have like gray and like where it like molded my character and stuff. But the DM didn't really like enact it enough. Like I wanted to like interact with it. I don't know. So that's just like advice for like
Yeah.
if they want to like and if they want to have like a cool cursed item and like they created everything, like you have to keep it keep it going, like keep me making I have to like make decisions or I'm being like affected by it constantly. Otherwise I'm like I just keep using it.
And it's
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, I feel a little crazy, but.
Yeah.
and it's also just a lot of any role play, honestly.
Yeah.
If you want to have something interesting, you need to keep role playing it.
Yeah. YouTube Gamer Addict said, kind of sad no one said they'd go back and save Neelix. Oh. Oof.
See,
I tried.
I think it's because
So
out of character we know why, and it's to give Marshall a chance to not have to have an obligation every week of having to go. So I think that's why we're very blasé about Neelix's death. But if it hadn't been,
Hello, Tim. Welcome to the Q&A.
I'm sure
There
we
is
would have
no room
definitely
for
done
you
more.
to sit. Okay.
That's fine. You can do that. Oh, there was a good question in here. I already know Marshall's answer to it.
They can see you, just so you know.
Where is it?
Yeah.
There, you can see Tim in the kitchen. Where is it? Where is it? I saw it. Okay. Vault Dweller 604. Do you guys prefer to roll for stats or use a point buy system?
Roll.
I'm not even point by, I just take the standard.
Yeah. But the second part of this question is I also do like standard rates. It's kind of fun. I also like point buy.
I'll be honest, I actually kind of hate point buy. It just doesn't make sense to me. So
Really? I like it. Hey, Olivia, welcome to the Q&A. We're live. Just letting you know. If you want to join, you can, but you don't have to. But I'm just informing you on what's
Did you
going
work
on.
today?
Yes.
Our trip got canceled.
I know.
I know. I heard mine and went, uh-oh.
The second part of this question is also, do you guys think too many classes have access to magic?
No?
No.
Marshall, yes.
I mean, hey, yes, but only because I feel like, we talked about this before, I think, like, if that many classes are going to have access to magic, the magic should be way more specific to the class.
That would be cool.
Like, instead it's like, oh, we can all cast Fireball. Oh,
Yeah.
no, that's not
You wanna see-
unique. You know, like
That's a big thing,
come on.
because I don't play that many magic
I can
pieces.
remember
I
what I
would
was
if they had more unique
Are you gonna join
Yeah.
But
me?
everyone has access to the same spell list, and it's like, why would I play a wizard when I
Because they
so-
can't see
yeah.
you right.
That's one of the reasons why I fell in love with
Okay.
Artificer, though, is because, like, at least
Yeah,
the one,
you're
that I
the
played,
Different.
like, their magic is so specifically, like, just augmentations. That's all they can do is just augment the people around them. They don't have any combat. And I was like, that's cool, that's unique, like, that's what I'm talking about. And so you really become, like, a support character. But yeah,
That's why Mystic was
it's
fun.
too broad.
I think for that, if it was when I agree on that aspect, I love magic, so it's fun when you can just do magic.
I agree.
But if I understand if there's too much, it's kind of too many cooks. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Watch that video if you haven't.
Yeah, seriously.
But I mean, it's an actual like saying, but they would have to rewrite a lot of it.
Oh, for
which
sure.
Yeah, so it'd be.
Sure.
I would want to see that effort go to a good cause, but I
Yeah.
definitely would agree that it'd be super fun for each class to have magic class to have something unique to it and consistently unique.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's why I designed, like, that's why Neelix was designed the way he was. He had a lot of magic items, a lot of magic access, but, like, I chose what's specific to, like, if he was a hunter, what would a hunter pick?
Oh,
And that
yeah.
way it limits him. So I think when you limit yourself, that's when you become creative about it. Like, if we're all doing Fireball and Eldritch Blast, then we're all really doing the same thing. But if I'm limited to trap spells, then that makes me play a trap character. Like,
Which
that's
I have
kinda
to say,
cool.
that's possibly what they're also looking at, because I agree, because I have two clerics and they're played very differently. Vega doesn't really have a lot of attack magic, it's a lot of support, whereas
Yeah.
the alternate, it's completely different. And I feel like it's just all also about the consideration of how you want to play your character is
Yeah.
very important to how you build the magic.
For sure.
Definitely. We are almost out of time here, so we will do two more questions that I already found. So we'll answer those real fast. First one is, again, from Cheebus McGeebus. He has some good questions, dude. What's your favorite magic item? So hard, right? So hard.
What's the bow that Tara had?
Oh, the Oath Bow?
Yeah.
That one's pretty freaking cool. Holy crap, Turobot, $20. Limits create good creativity. Good point, dude. For the
Right, man.
hell yeah, definitely. Thanks, buddy, for the
Go on
donation.
TED Talk and watch Embrace the Shake. That's what that TED Talk is all about. That when you face limitations, that's what makes you creative.
Interesting.
I think it would depend on the character for me.
I haven't
For our
decided
favorite
on
magic
one
items?
yet.
Yeah.
Oh, there's also the harp.
The harp was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It really, honestly, it's like anything. The item becomes cool once it makes sense for your character.
I know this is such a stereotypical one, but like from like DM perspective, deck of many things. 100%
And yet we
favorite.
have-
You know
item.
what's hilarious is
I love that
I've never
damn thing.
actually been in a game where that's been in there.
Yeah, because
Oh.
Logan ruined it.
Oh.
So
so quickly.
So
This is why.
Logan, so deck of many things happened, and Logan was like, I'll draw a card, and got his soul sucked away. And then drew a card again later on, and got his soul sucked away. And there was
Yeah,
this in, we
because
don't
the
have
bad
deck of
cards
many things.
sometimes it's like shuffle this back into the deck.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
And
yeah.
one of the bad
my
cards.
character found the deck of many things, and his character drew like 10 cards out of it, and they were all pretty bad.
And one of them was, your soul goes to a random place that no one knows.
Yeah.
Go find it.
Sorry, interrupt real fast. Cal the God, $4.99. Here is money just because Olivia joined.
I like, for the character that had it, I liked the robe of the arch magi because it's just the snowy. It was
super
fun.
powerful.
Love that magic item so much. So
So
freaking cool.
And they handed I Vecna as much as a fuck you.
Oh,
It was a
Hannah and I
lot
Vecna are so
lot
cool
of
too.
Fun,
Yeah.
just for all
Immovable rock.
of that.
Immovable rod? Yeah, definitely removable
Are you
rod.
sure?
I love that
the
there's
whole
just-
game.
Him in the background of just eating a burrito.
It's definitely not Cloud's favorite magic item. but it
We
is
had a
cool.
whole game, friend.
Yeah, a whole game like based around the immovable rod. It was perfect.
How is it?
It was also horrible.
Amazing.
Okay, good.
It's tough to say because there's so many gosh dang
There
magic
are.
items,
Yeah.
and I'm sure there's ones that I like more than this one, but the only one that pops in my head, and it's like I still think it's probably I would say it's gotta be in the top 10 of the best magic items in the game. And it's the Rod of War of Might. Like,
Oh yeah,
Like,
totally.
dude,
You can turn that into
it's
anything.
Anything. It's a ladder. It's a banner ram. It's a battle, and it's so powerful.
And a flame tongue.
And a flame tongue, like it's one of the most powerful items in the game.
Oh yeah,
We've
definitely.
never used it because you never allowed me to have it. But I'd say another one would be, I think it's called the Rod of Rulership. And essentially,
Oh
what it
yeah,
is
you can like force people to do things.
and you can like cast like charm person on like 500 people or something. Like,
Hey,
like
I need
around-
one
it's
of
literally
those.
like a rod that lets you take like rulership over.
Is
Jess-
wave is wave a magic item?
Yeah.
Then
Wave the
her.
trident. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That one's really
her. Because she
Je-
has the cube of force
Oh,
too.
I didn't.
Jessen put two more dollars and put shape. I'll tell you, shape water plus decanter of endless water. Best fun. Sorry, what was your answer?
Probably anything you gave to Lander. I love Darren's instant fortress
Oh,
and
yeah.
just chucking it at people and just
You would
them.
throw it at people
I would
and then
throw it at
speak
people,
it
yeah,
nowhere.
That was
Oh yeah,
really
anything
good.
that Solomon created. That's my favorite.
Yeah.
Oh, here it is.
Cal the God, Iron Flask, just so I can be a Pokemon trainer.
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
$4.99.
Yeah.
Oh, he doesn't know.
Don't tell him.
Gregory died.
What? What's wrong with you guys?
Last game.
Zerial murked him.
Zerial got him.
We
Yeah.
have two archtails in our faces.
It was
we need to get
either
out.
TPK or we spawn him and hopefully she
She gets
she
delayed
attacks
long
him.
enough for us to run away.
I mean, is Abernathy still alive?
Yeah.
Yeah, that would
Oh, Jacob.
Yep.
It's
a void
Gregory was the big kraken thing that was made of ichor that Neelix pulled into his iron flask.
you can charm person any number of creatures within 120 feet of you, and it lasts 8 hours.
Damn.
Yeah, it's a really cool item, but you've never let me have it.
I wonder why.
For pretty good reason.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. So last question, and I just kind of like this question. We don't really play with it, but I think it's kind of still like a fun conversation. How much do you play your characters, just in general, to their alignments? Incredibly to their alignments?
I try to. And like especially flaws. I really like flaws. Most of my characters have too many flaws. Like or just like things that they believe in. I really like to like stick to it. Like a bunch of my characters worship Bast, which is like a god of cats. And we went into like a shop and the NPC tried to sell my character like a fur coat and he was like, we skinned a lion. And my character stabbed him because that was just like blasphemy. And then Grace's character and Tyler's character were like, oh my god, no, you can't do that.
You can't just kill a person over a cat. And Eugene's like, yeah, I can.
I'll do whatever I want.
You can't.
I view alignments as more of like a guideline for my characters now.
Yeah.
Because it's different from 3.5 where it was like, hey, if you want to be a paladin, you have to be lawful good. It's like, okay.
Which is stupid.
But yeah, I definitely think that it gives me like a baseline to set for my character. Like, I'm going to play a chaotic good differently than I'm going to play a lawful good, but it's still going to be along like a range on that scale.
You have to, sorry, go for it.
I agree. I think it's a guide. It's a guide about how to play your character. And like I think you don't want to play like hard line into those personality traits and alignment. Because like there's a fine line between like playing your alignment and then playing just a dumb character who's
Yeah.
just like, I stab people everywhere. Why? Well, because I'm evil. I was like, that's you're not dumb. Like you're not just walking in town like, I'm gonna stab that guard. There we go.
Yeah.
Like that's crazy.
Yeah.
But I think it's a guide, and I think the idea. I mean, I don't know. We all agree, right? Like those things are what you do to make the game fun.
Exactly.
If it's not fun, then you're not gonna win.
Totally.
I also think it's kind of important because like if you're starting the game out as like, you know, chaotic good or whatever, and then you like start becoming like chaotic evil, like everyone else in the party is like, all right, so we don't give her this magic item, or like,
exactly.
what are we supposed to do here?
And
like,
it's also a good way. It's also a good tool for the DM to use, I think, to like kind of tell you if you're kind of going down a path that you may not have intended.
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
if you're doing that chaotic good, chaotic evil, then at one point you would just be like, "What's your alignment? Chaotic good? Okay, well you're kind of heading towards chaotic neutral right now, and then you'll, you know."
Yeah.
And so it's
Definitely.
like a good way for you to.
I think
know
that's
where
huge,
you're
Colton.
going.
I think DMs need to do that because
Yeah,
it's a way, again, limiting your players makes creativity come out. Like you've got to identify for
Needs
them.
to be
Like, hey,
outright
that's not the alignment you
And-
chose.
Needs to be outright specified.
Also, sometimes it's like, okay, well, the things that are going on like cause the character to do that, and then it's appropriate for the DM to be like, are you trying to change your character?
Exactly.
Killing a bunch of cultists that gave up after they summoned their devil.
I thought
god.
about that.
What?
When
You
we
don't remember
talked
that?
about-
I feel like
Zephyr and Olivia.
Remember when
You guys
like
just-
Zerial got summoned and there were cultists and they
Slaughter.
gave up
Hey,
and you walked over and you're just like slaughter.
Remember when you killed my father figure and the dragon that I had wanted from
There was a
day
reason
one?
I did it, Olivia.
Yeah, to be mean.
I feel
Anyway.
like there's a very good reason though for a character to change alignments, and it can be naturally.
Yeah.
You don't have to just be I'm stuck in this alignment.
Yeah.
If
That's
you
true,
feel
too.
like the actions and from the game your character is changing, that's okay.
Yeah,
Like,
definitely.
You
Yeah,
should
sure.
be wanting your character to change. It might not be good. It might be good. It depends on kind of how it works out for you.
Yeah.
But I think it goes with personality traits too. Like you can have a dramatic. That's what Solomon did. Solomon was like greedy for everything. Jacob messed with his brain like crazy, sent him through some horrible trauma, and after that, Solomon was like, no more.
Yeah, I go
Yeah.
through
I
like
think I was-
my
It was at the very end of the whole entire game.
Yeah.
His whole perspective changed.
I go through my character sheet and like look at my traits and then change them on like every month or two because
Yeah.
it's like my character has changed a lot in like
Yeah.
the 8 to 10 games we've played because you like to like take a character and be like I'm gonna change you.
They're all calling me mean in the chat. Just want to let you know.
Oh, he's not.
Timo was like, I
He is
agree.
a
Jacob was trying to be
great
mean.
No, that yeah,
Chivas-
it's good.
Jacob is
You
mean.
like to make your
No, he's a
make
good
the
DM.
characters feel like
Real.
yeah, you make them feel real and they change because they are a person.
Yeah, that's what I want.
Yeah.
It's good.
If your DM doesn't challenge you, it's a bad
Yeah.
DM. Like you should be challenged as a character when you
If
play.
you're going
it
for a
shouldn't be
roleplay,
impossible,
yeah.
but it should be challenging.
If you're going
Olivia
for the
had to,
roleplay part.
for once in her life, not get what she wanted.
God,
But yeah, it was kind of an asshole move, kind of killing that dragon though. That
Yeah, it's
fucking
funny.
sucked.
It's funny that you say that because Colton has been like, yeah, Jacob
Well,
mentioned
you
the other day
admitted
that
it.
like
You were like, yeah, that was maybe a little too much.
Chivas, how many of Logan's characters has Jacob killed is the perfect example of why he's mean. You know what? I did not set out to kill them. They die, okay?
let's just admit.
Logan's
right here and
characters
now,
are kind of
Mycroft
suicidal.
dies in the stupidest way possible, and it's not Jacob's fault at all.
Yeah, it was
I'm gonna transform
Any of
into a
the-
monster
any of the ones
and
you guys
walk
have
off
seen
with a noble of water.
have been
What do you
Logan's
think's
fault.
gonna happen? Cheapness was no one's fault. Cheapness was just a bad fight.
You just remember that fight down in the deep down in the depths of the Castle Lantern Villa, and you guys were just fighting bearded devils. And it was just insane.
Yeah.
It was just dice rolls at that point.
Yeah.
It was just
Poor
ridiculous.
I can vouch for that. His character's in our game, when he became a gnoll, and he walked in town, and all the guards tried to kill him. I
Oh
was
my
like,
gosh.
You're a
I
bad
know.
monster.
You're
I
gonna
think
die right
that's
now.
Playing a gnoll.
And I'm
Yeah.
playing a Kenku, and I'm just like, he just accepts his fate.
People are going to kill you. You're a monster.
Yeah.
Hi, Cortana.
Well, I think that's all the time we have for right now. But thank you guys so much for hanging out with us, all 50 of you. Damn.
Wow,
So
cool.
yeah,
Wow.
Maybe
yeah,
we should
and
do
all the
some more, I
donations. Holy
guess.
shit, guys, appreciate it. Thanks for all the support on the channel.
We
Really
can
great
kind of
questions.
have it set up where there's like certain questions, like theme. You know?
Yeah, we should do like
Yeah,
a,
and
we'll
hey-
definitely do this again. This was a lot of
And
fun.
hey, you know what? I would say, at least I'll try to, after the stream goes off and we have like an actual comment section, if you guys have any more questions, put them in there and maybe a few of us might hop on. and
Yeah,
throw
if you
text.
got to this thing late,
Or Discord.
throw some questions down there or on Discord. We're on our Discord as well. There's a link in the description, and also on my channel, any of the videos has a link to our Discord. So, yeah. There will be a game tomorrow. We'll have Tesseract tomorrow.
Sorry.
Hopefully, if we get it set up. We'll be fine.
I mean, we're set now. Like,
Yeah, well, we will
figure
have
out.
Tesseract tomorrow, so
Unless
tune
Logan
in for that.
goes, I'm tired.
Unless Logan cancels on us, it will happen.
Yeah. So
Which, given how much we cancel on Logan, he'll probably want to play.
thanks for joining us, guys. Really appreciate it, and we'll see you guys next time.
Hey, guys.
See ya.